In this video we're going to write a multiplication equivalent to these divisions. So we'll start with 8 divided by 4 equals 2. You know, for this we could also write 4 multiplied by 2 equals 8, right? So the big number divided by this equals 2, well then 4 times 2 is 8. That's another. Or you could write 2 times 4 equals 8. That also works. So what's an equivalent multiplication for this guy? 54 over 9 equals 6. You can just write down the answers. 54 over 9 equals 6. You could write 9, right, times 6 equals 54, right? That's so. If this divided by this is this, that means these two numbers multiplied must give the original number, right? If you have $0 and you divide $0 equally among 3 people, how much money does each person get? $0 divided equally among 3 people, each person gets $0, right? So 0 divided by something is 0, right? So 0 divided by 3 is 0. What's an equivalent multiplication for these 3 numbers? Here we did 9 times 6 is 54. How about 3 times 0 is 0, right? So for this one you could say, okay, 3 times 0 equals 0, right? And so that's when 0's on the top, okay? It works because 3 times 0 equals 0. So 0 on the top of a division, it works. But when you have 0 on the bottom of a division, now what? What is 5 divided by 0 equal to? In other words, 0 multiplied by what number, question mark, 0 times this is going to give 5, right? What's the equivalent multiplication for that? You know, because like we said, okay, 54 over 9 is 6, so therefore 9 times 6 equals 54. Well, 0 times what will give you 5? You know, 0 multiplied by what gives 5? Is that even possible? Or is it not? Is there any number that will work? Is there any number in the world that you can plug in for the question mark to make this thing work? So the answer is no, right? Like nothing is going to multiply by 0 to give 5. 0 times anything is just 0, right? No matter what the number is. So there's nothing we can plug in here to make this equal to 5 or this. 0 times something is always 0. Never 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything like that. So the answer is no number will work in here. There is no number that works here. And we also say that 5 divided by 0 is what's called undefined or impossible or you know, no number. It's no number. In other ways, it's no number. There is no number that will work. There's no number answer to this. There is no number answer to 5 divided by 0. So that's something to watch out for. So do these guys. 0 over 7 gives what, and 2 over 0 gives what? Press pause on the video if you need more time. Go ahead and write down the answer to these guys. So we could, I'll go over it now. So we could think about a equivalent multiplication because 0 over 7 equals what? Well, you could think about it this way. This number times this number must give this number. Like 54 over 9 equals 6. We said 9 times 6 equals 54. So we could say 7 times box, whatever that number is, should give the top 0. This times this should give this, right? Now, what can you plug in here to make this thing work? 7 times what gives 0? 7 times 0 gives 0. So when I have 0 on the top, 0 divided by something does indeed give 0. And the other way of thinking about it is, look, if you have $0 and you divide that equally among 7 people, split it out equally, each person gets $0. So that's one way of thinking about it. Then 0 on the bottom is a different story because, look, if you put a box here, 2 divided by 0 equals what number? In other words, look, 54 over 9 is 6, so 9 times 6 is 54. So 0 times this thing should give 2. So what number can I plug in here to make this work? 0 times what will give me the number 2? Zero times 0 is 0, by the way, so that's not going to work, right? Not 2, right? Is there anything I can plug in here? Zero times something equal 2? No number is going to work there. There is no number in the world that will work. 0 times, there's nothing. 0 times anything equal to nothing's going to work. Or in other words, you'd say that that is undefined. Okay, so 2 over 0, you could say it's undefined, or you could just say there's no number. Either one of these answers would be correct, or impossible, or can't be done, anything like that. So no number is the answer. There is no number that works.